Yes, what's going on, people? This is The Get Up Show, and joining me is a very, very special guest in the building right now. Introduce yourself for the people.
Yo, good morning. My name is Aaron Roach-Bridgeman, TV presenter, and just all-round nice guy.
Wow, you know what, yeah? You self-proclaimed that, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to be nice. I think 2017 is the year of being nice.
All right, why? You got to break it down for us now. Because you started philosophical, innit?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Like, I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel in that way, man. That's where my energies are sitting at the moment. I just think that as a people, we need to turn around and hug each other a bit more, you know. I mean, we've had a very tumultuous year, you get me? It's been like a lot of things have happened, a lot of issues have come out, and I feel like let's start a new 2017 with a bit of niceness. So after this, Myles, me and you have got to have a little hug, bro. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's what we're going to be doing anyway.
You kind of stuck it on, man, live on radio already. So like if I say no now, yeah, it's like, hey, Myles, he's not friendly, you know. And if I say yes, then you know what I mean.
You're gonna have to do it, bro.
It's blessed. No, we can do it still. Obviously, there's no cameras looking or watching.
Yeah,
that's the best bit. But you're here today to talk about Vigilante Britain, right?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to play a trailer for the people because it's coming out tonight.
Yes, sir.
Is it 10 p.m?
9 p.m. 9 p.m. 5-star tonight. Yeah,
exactly. So that's on Freeview. So you have no excuse.
Got no excuses.
Trust me, it's not Sky, fam. It's not even Virgin TV. Freeview. What channel is it on?
It's on 5-star. That's 176 on Sky, and I think it's number 30 on Freeview.
Fam, start with Freeview. No one has Sky.
Yeah. I think it's number 30 on Freeview. Yeah.
We'll do research in it halfway through still. But what we'll do, let's play the trailer right now real quick, right? So the people can hear about it. Then we're going to talk about it as well. Because like Vigilante, I'm kind of looking at it when you kind of advertise it and you start doing promo on it. I had to start thinking like, what is a vigilante?
Yeah.
What's like?
Yeah.
What is it? Because when I first saw it, I thought, fam, you're going deep, bro. What? I thought it was going to be a situation here where you're going to get black eyes by the end of the documentary. Like,
do you know what? There was some things that we filmed where I thought that could happen as well, bro. Those things didn't actually make it to the documentary. Actually, to be honest, right, it's a shame. But
that's a good thing. Right, let's get into it. Yeah, so the people could hear it still. Vigilante Britain, right there. Yeah. So for the people that don't know what a vigilante is, right? Obviously, it's explained in the trailer anyway. But I went to Google. I got a definition as well. Yeah, because for me, I thought like vigilante. It's obviously taking the laws into your own hands, but is there anything more to it? So I'll read out the definition now.
Go on.
A member or self-appointed group of citizens who undertake law enforcement in their own community without legal authority, typically because legal agencies are thought to be inadequate. Now, see, imagine if I pretended like I didn't get out of Google. I would sound like the smartest don right now.
No, but I can tell that you're an intelligent brother, bro. But yeah.
Thank you for the compliment.
That is the definition, but you see, the problem is a lot of the people in the documentary who contributed to it, they didn't and don't like the term vigilante. Because what happens with the term vigilante is that within media and within movies and within programs, vigilante is more something that has been associated with going against the law to seek justice. Yeah. Whereas all of these people that we've spoken to and have interacted with, well, nearly all of them have stayed by the rules of the law. Yeah. So a lot of them didn't like the term vigilante. But vigilante is, as you've just said, it's just someone who is taking the law into their own hands and isn't waiting for the law enforcement to do so. Do you know what I mean?
But the thing is, right, so kind of you have to go to the beginning of this then. Why did you tackle this? Why did you decide to kind of like take this up? Because obviously you had One Punch Killers that came out about a month and a half ago now. And that did bits. Like, I was really happy to see that. I was on Channel 5.
Yeah.
And then
it was the second highest viewed show on Channel 5, I believe.
Exactly.
After Celebrity Big Brother.
So you need to look at the camera and just be like, exactly. I mean, second highest, you know? Yeah. But the factor is after that one, and because that's, One Punch Killers, that was big. Yeah. And it kind of opened, like I was watching it and I was like, okay, this is different. I didn't even know that people could die from one punch, to be honest.
Exactly.
And the fact that you brought it to light was interesting. And again, I'm sure this one tonight will be like very, very good too. Yeah. But what was it like? What made you want to tackle it for yourself?
Do you know what it is for me? It's like with One Punch Killers, I'm really interested in the stories, and not even just so much stories, but things that are happening around us in our society, in our communities that people don't realize are happening. And bringing them to light, that is really something that I'm really passionate about, because those are the kind of things that I like to watch. People that don't know me, I'm actually a documentary fiend. Like, I'm always watching documentaries. In fact, I probably spend most of my time. Strangely enough, I watch a lot of animal documentaries, like David Attenborough, Planet Earth. That's my stuff. Do you know what I mean? But one thing that I've always found interesting is learning about things that are happening and that I can relate to, because wow, that's just around the corner, or wow, that's just up north.
Yeah.
And actually not realizing these things are happening and learning about them and kind of having my eyes open. I think that's the best kind of TV. If I can bring something to TV that can actually make people learn something, be awoken to something, and also actually enjoy it as entertainment as well, then my job is done, bro. That's what I want to do.
And that's key. So the thing is, it's like with Vigilantes though, were they happy to be kind of put in front? Because how do you approach it? Do you kind of like people kind of help your production team kind of like, all right, these are the people we found, like they've kind of cleared it, or have they not cleared it? You just go up to them and ask them, like,
they have to be cleared. But the hardest thing with documentaries is, especially like this, is that people do not trust TV. They don't know how you're going to show them, they don't know how you're going to refer to them, how you're going to edit it. So getting contributors to actually contribute is sometimes the hardest part of a documentary. The pre-production before you actually go into production and start filming is the hardest bit, because you've got to get people to trust you and believe that you're going to paint them in the best light.
Well, the thing is, I think people have seen that from Gangland, where like a lot of people, obviously I was also on Channel 5, and that had so much backlash, and people were so unhappy about it, like the people in it, the whole message of it, everyone. So like again, people seeing that even though Vigilantes is different to Gangland, it's still the same thing. You have to get to trust people, get that understanding. But how easy or hard did you find that then, kind of talking to the people on that one-on-one? Because you had the cameras behind you in that, but obviously as the host of the show, you're kind of focusing directly on that person and their story. So how did that work, like, for you?
Do you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie, it's the this is the hardest thing that I've ever done presenting wise, like, and it's hard because of the toll that it's taken on my mind and my brain. There's some things in this documentary that really affected me. Like, it affected me mentally to the point where I had to take myself after filming and do something completely different, just to kind of like refresh my mind to something different, because I had to see things, hear things, and actually read things that physically disgusted me and physically and mentally really disturbed me, bro. I'm going to be real with you. So this was really, really hard. I didn't have to meet the people that were doing it, apart from in one case. I'll give you some of the juice. Basically, I spent time with a paedophile hunting group. So I spent time with them, I met with them, I learned about what they did. Then I went to link up with them at their base and find out how they do it, read some of the stuff, watch videos, see pictures, read conversation, and then I went out on a paedophile hunt with the paedophile hunters, and we caught a paedophile in this documentary. Wow. So like, a lot happens, bro. But like that whole process of getting to understand what they do, it was disgusting, and it really affected me. So this is the hardest thing I've ever done. Like, me and people and talking to them, I'm fine with, because I can always find some sort of common ground, because I just see people as people, and I'm really interested in their stories. But when things go deep into those kind of things, there, bro, too much.
Do you know what, like, kind of striked me just from you talking about that? Obviously, talking about paedophiles, that's deeper level stuff, right? But the fact they had a base. Now, I don't know why, and it's a bad, I think it's a bad caveat, right? But moving, it sounds like Kick-Ass. Have you seen the film? You see how it's like people trying to be heroes, they have their own base, they go out and they hunt. It sounds, even though they're doing it for the right causes, right now it just sounds like they're almost doing it for attention. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I need to watch it first.
But you do. And people think that. But when you watch it, you're going to see these guys have got 100% conviction rate. So they're not catching paedophiles to be famous. They're catching it to get them off of the streets. And they've got 100% conviction rate. They've got folders for each person that are like this thick. Like for each person, hundreds of pages that they hand over to the police as evidence to get these people convicted. They don't care about the fame, bro. In fact, they didn't even want to be seen on camera. We had to convince them. But what they're doing is that their passion for the work is really what is driving them to continue doing this kind of thing. So I do understand what you're saying. And in fact, when the documentary was first in its conception, the name for the documentary wasn't going to be Vigilante Britain. It was actually going to be The Real Kick-Ass. Because they wanted to kind of go more along the superhero kind of route. And actually, we were trying to find and speak to the Bromley Batman, the Batman of Bromley. I don't know if you've heard about him.
I have not, you know.
It's a real person, and he's out there like intercepting crimes and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And in New York, they have more of a they have real heroes and superhero forces in real life in America. Like, they have this, I forget their name, but they're in New York on the subways, and they protect all the subways, and they have a team of them, and they intercept crime and stuff like that. So there are people out here that are doing it maybe in a more sensationalized way, but ultimately at the heart of all of it is fighting injustice, fighting what people see as injustice. But what I want people to really look at with this documentary is it right for me to take the law into my own hands. So put yourself in the position.
Yeah.
Would you take the law into your own hands?
But I think it depends on the scenario, though, because everyone's got, obviously you're talking about paedophiles and what you went into one part of the documentary that's on tonight, and it depends on what the situation is, really, because that's an extreme. But then there might be something small, like someone stole something. And obviously, that's anything small. It depends if it's headphones to £1,000 to Houghton Garden.
Yeah.
Like, it's still something that's personal to somebody.
True.
Like, where do you draw the line? Because that was key in the actual trailer itself when it came out. How far is too far?
How far is too far? Exactly. And what I noticed is that there always tends to be triggers for people.
Yeah.
People's triggers tend to be individualized. They're different.
Yeah.
But one thing that I've seen as a commonality in terms of a trigger is family, bro. Family, children. That is the one thing that really triggered a lot of people, even in this documentary, to want to take the law into their own hands.
Yeah.
I'll give you a bit more juice about it.
Don't give too much juice.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit of juice.
You know.
No, but because I want people to watch it and kind of know and get ready for what you're going to see. But for instance, you know, this was a big part of the storyline as well. There was a guy in Oxford who was autistic. He he had quite a few possessions and stuff in his house.
Yeah.
Another guy in Oxford went into his house, tied him up, robbed him. Now there's another guy in Oxford that thought this was actually disgusting because he knew both of them, and he was like, do you know what, we're going to make a plan. So he got his friends to make a plan. They honey trapped him to get him to a car park, and then they found him, and when they got him, they took justice into their own hands. You get what I'm trying to say? And they served justice on this guy. Now the thing is, when they went to court, the judge was like, do you know what, this is an exceptional circumstance, because I understand why you did what you did, and they actually all got off of the crime.
Okay.
But then then the whole moral dilemma comes.
That draws into it, yeah.
Is it right to take the law into your own hand? He kind of did it to avenge a nasty act that was done on an autistic young man. But was he right to take just because
I think that's
two wrongs that make a right?
Do you know exactly?
You know what I mean?
Do you know, even though like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, and that, sometimes it becomes like deep scar tissue. Do you know what I mean? For example, all right, so the first person done a bad act, then the next people have done it for the right reason or good reason, intentions, but bad consequences. Yeah. Then the friends of the new victim will come back, and then where does it stop?
Yeah.
That's the kind of line that you think, and bringing law into it as well. Like, I think we need to bring law in. Then we'll take a quick break because we get deep into it.
Yeah. Like, we'll come back.
It's a situation where it's tricky.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because, for example, people might think, all of a sudden I can kind of get out of this right now. I can do this because I'm doing it for the right reasons, and I can escape the law.
Yeah.
Now again, you might have tackled that in the documentary tonight.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I just think it's a bit.
Yeah,
it's funny. Do you know what I mean?
It's a very thin line. Do you know what I mean? It's like do two wrongs ever make a right? But you know what? This is what I love about it. It's thought provoking, and like I try to stay as unbiased as possible. I think it's only respectful to stay unbiased to the subject matter.
Yeah,
and also because I just really want people to think, man. Like, would you do it? And you know what I mean? There's some things in there that are horrible. That there's a guy that literally stopped a gunman by smashing him with a table when he came into a bookie with waving his gun trying to rob it, and then sat on top of him in a judo type maneuver for over an hour waiting for the police. You know what I mean?
Throwing tables, man. I think he's Chisora.
And the guy had a gun pointed at him to his head. And he did that. That's real level of bravery.
That's fight or flight.
Yeah, but then you've got someone else that who thought they were finding their nemesis, someone that they had got into a fight with.
Yeah.
They brought their boys with them and they stabbed this guy 17 or was it 19 times, something ridiculous, and they killed him. Yeah, it was the wrong person.
It
was the wrong person.
That's the thing.
Not saying that stabbing the right person would have been the right thing to do, but it's like then you see both sides to it. It's a real moral dilemma.
And then again, what we're saying, it layers up again because now it's the wrong person. Now the family of that person or friends will now come for you. Even, see what I mean?
And I'm speaking to the daughter, and she's crying in front of me, and we're filming. You know what I mean? And it's like,
so for you then, for example, you're obviously, like you said, it affected you quite a bit doing this whole. It's one of the hardest projects that you've worked on. So when you see somebody in the actual documentary, they're crying or they're getting emotional because it's core to them, it's their life, and they're sharing it in national TV. Like, how do you react to it? Do you kind of go along the lines of like, I feel your pain? Or do you kind of have to be like, no, I need to be the brick, I need to be the foundation of this, so I need to kind of keep serious? And
I go into it how we're going to go into the end of this interview with a hug. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, but I'm being serious. Like, you know what it is? I do have that solid part of me as well. Like, you know, I have to be strong, but I can't help but have empathy. I can't help but be compassionate to their pain. So even with her, you might not see it in the edit, but, you know, I was rubbing her back. We had a little bit of a hug. I didn't want to be too condescending. Also with one of the guys that catches the paedophiles, when we go to the court and one of the paedophiles that he caught, one of the paedophile that he catches, actually gets sentenced to jail time. He breaks down, starts crying because like they do so much work to make sure that these kind of people get, and a lot of times they don't get jail sentences, bro. They get a lot of suspended sentences. You know, paedophiles are very protected within society, but that's opinion. I don't want to put that out there too much, but trust me, you will see what I mean when you watch it. So when he saw that the guy got a sentence, he started crying. All the hard work's paid off, and the stuff, he started crying, and it's like, even with him, I have to give him a little rub, you know what I mean? But then I said to him, look, I know you're crying, you're emotional. I'm not gonna say anything more to you. I'm gonna let you go on with the boys and get back. Do you know what I mean? You have to do that sometimes. This is real emotion. This documentaries are real life. Like acting, you know, we can have a cut. You know what I mean?
You can just edit straight away, but
and you can do it again. But this is real life.
Yeah, you can't really cut in a documentary because if you see that like random jump cuts, like jump cut, no,
exactly. It doesn't make any sense. So anyone that doesn't feel the emotion of a person that they're speaking to, in a situation like this, in a documentary like this, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, I can't help it. Like, I think maybe I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I can't help but feel the pain of others.
So who is this aimed at? Because obviously when you have a title, you know, like Vigilante Britain, that could mean that's open to all ages. You know what I mean? A 5-year-old could be a vigilante in a playground if they wanted to be.
Exactly.
A 90-year-old could have their scooter and a mobility scooter and their walking stick and be a vigilante. But if you could choose, obviously you're the main star of this right now. Like, who would you aim this at? Who needs to watch this?
I want everyone to watch it. And the thing is, like, even like with documentaries, you have to have a reason for why you're doing this. So I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, look, where I'm from, Harlesden, northwest London. Growing up, we didn't go to the police. If we had an issue, something happened, we would go to our friends, sometimes family, and we'll try to deal with the issue ourselves. We didn't think nothing about vigilante, but then when you think about the true definition of what vigilantism is, we were technically being vigilantes, bro, because we weren't going to a law enforcement. We were trying to deal with our issues and our problems that we had our own way on ourselves. So in that sense, it can relate to everybody. Because I'm sure everybody in their own way has done something.
Dealt with something in
their own way. Do you know what I mean? But my whole thing with this is, I love the way that One Punch Killers reached everybody. Everybody seemed to resonate with it. Like, I had older people like messaging me. I had like mums, grandmums, even like granddads like messaging me about their family or just how it affected them. And then I had, you know, the man them messaging me and like, you know, I had everybody, and I love that. I love the fact that something can resonate with everyone and maybe provoke thought within everybody's mind, even those who didn't like it. I want to hear that as well. If you don't agree with it, if you don't like it, I want to hear from you as well. I just want everyone to watch it and see where they stand in regards to it after they watch the whole thing, because even my opinion of a certain few things change in the duration of this documentary as well. It's impossible for it not to. You are affected by the things that you come into contact with.
You know ones, right, where it's time for a music break. That was answered so well. I have no other questions to ask right now, you know. I think I need to get into a bit of a break.
Let's do it. Let's play some Turn Up, man.
All right, so I've got a couple of options for you then. So what do you want to hear? Do you want to hear some Black, Deneo? Do you want to hear Millie Major, Remember Me? Or do you want to hear Mike Lowry, the brand new one from them?
Do you know what, big up my brother Deneo. I love that track. Big up Dizzy as well. Big up my brother Dizzy as well. He ain't holding at me in a while still. I don't know what's going on there. And big up JM.
Can you not hold up Dizzy Rascal like on the show, please? Like,
hold at me, Dizzy. What's going on, bro? But Black. I love that tune.
All right, let's get into it. So you can introduce it, you know.
All right, cool. This right here is Deneo featuring JME and Dizzy Rascal. Man aware.
I gotta learn to forgive, even when they burn too rich. I got a hell of a pride and one ego, and demons I deal with. I gotta learn to forgive, even when they burn too rich. I got a hell of a pride and one ego, and demons I deal with. So man, I wear black.